me see what you do in a day?
Yes, you can. Come on in. There is no typical day for me. No 2 days are the same here at AccXel, and that's why we love it. Being UK's first industry-led construction school, everything is different every day, and this may be from getting on hands and teaching the students all the way through to marking, assessing, strategy, staff, recruitment, everything and anything. And that's why we've built so quickly, and we have such a great team behind us, but we're always striving and we're always moving on. I can indeed. AccXel is the UK's first industry-led construction school, and we opened in January 2022. This whole idea was founded by my sister Nicola Bird. Nicola and I, a third generation KW Bell Group family construction company right here in the Forest of Dean. Back in 2017 she realised that we weren't getting the people through the door that we needed, and when we were, they weren't trained properly. Nicola created the first bespoke groundworks apprenticeship in the UK, and she brought through 23 apprentices and 17 graduated 2 years later. And in 2020, the Getting Building Fund came out during COVID. We put a business plan into the local enterprise partnership, and around 3 weeks later we were awarded 1.96 million from government, and that was match funded to the tune of 2.4 million from our family company. 367 days later, AccXel was built, and here we are now, 3 years later, and the building is full. I did. I went to Haberdashers in Monmouth, the girls' school, and I absolutely loved it. So I did 10 GCSEs, 3 A-levels in art, Spanish and English literature. I knew from about the age of 11 that I wanted to be a lawyer. Don't ask me why, don't ask me how. I had my heart set on going into court with my wig and my gown as a barrister. We are so lucky here at AccXel to partner with some of the biggest names in the industry, including JCB and Leica Geosystems. We're very lucky today in that Leica Geosystems have put a teaching tour on for our higher education students, and they've been here for the past 3 weeks, really getting hands-on with our students and giving them that practical, real-life experience that they need to carry out on site. Leica have set up their modern methods of construction installation at AccXel, and this allows the students to use the latest in digital technology and equipment to survey, measure and run their sites. What's important to me is to be authentic. My sister and I built and we run AccXel with pure passion for education, passion for industry and passion for people, and everyone can see this. And if you didn't have that passion, if it wasn't inherent, people would know. We find so many women in business that find they have to put on a brave face, they have to put on a persona, they have to be a specified image of what they think a leader looks like. But that's not true. To run a successful business, which is hard enough anyway in its purest form, to run a successful business, to lead people, to bring them into your vision and into your dream and into your business, you have to be your true, authentic self. Very much buck the trend here at AccXel. 75% of our staff are women, and we're obviously female-led. What we want to do is make construction an aspirational career, but ultimately grow diversity in construction. What we want and what we encourage every day is for people to come in and talk to us, come in and find out what we do, come in to speak to our amazing team of staff that are just here to give that information. And that's the advice I would give. You can pop into AccXel at any time, whoever you are, and just find out what we do. We will support you and we will give you that information. It's really important for us here to be agile with our curriculum and with our learning standards. We want to raise the bar in construction education and be a centre of excellence in all things construction related. On a daily basis, we are working with our tutors to raise the curriculum, to see what we can include, working working with our industry partners to see how we can enhance the learning practically as well as theory in the classroom. We are in our engineering room. This is sponsored by Leica, and our students in this room can do anything from taking off of drawings all the way through to geomapping with drones, just depending on what our employer partners want. I did. Both my sister and I have a love of lifelong learning. Once I finished my A-levels, I went to the University of Southampton to do my undergraduate law degree. I then went to Cardiff to do my bar vocational course. I got called to the bar at Gray's Inn in 2006. I did an MBA in 2009, and I did a land and planning master's in 2015. My sister and I are so passionate about giving back to the next generation because we've had first-hand experience ourselves when we were in school. It was always the given route that you would be a doctor or a lawyer or something very traditional, and we didn't know about what else was out there, especially construction. When I went through my journey, I got to be a barrister and really didn't enjoy it pretty much immediately. Decided I needed to use that degree I had, so cross-qualified as a solicitor, but again didn't enjoy it. And I think that's the trouble these days. We need to give people, give girls, give other groups more information as to what they can do, because there are so many opportunities in so many fields. And that's one of our missions, to get our message out there. They can do anything, but explore lots of things before you make that final decision. A lot of what I do is strategy. It's not just a new business for us, it's a whole new business sector being in education. 50% of what we do here is government funded, and the other 50% is funded commercially. I deal with the regulatory bodies such as Ofsted and awarding bodies to make sure our systems and processes are perfect at all times, and that compliance piece is huge for us here at AccXel. The key for us here is growth. When employers ask us to do something, we do everything in our power to facilitate what they need. Last year we won a national apprenticeship contract with Waits Group, one of the biggest construction companies in the country, and we are set to do more. The only problem is now we're outgrowing the building. So what do we do now? Just 3 years in, and we are bursting at the seams. So for me and for my sister, is to sit down and see what's next. At AccXel, we teach everything from level 2 to level 7 master's degree qualifications. At level 2, we teach groundworks, bricklaying, and the UK's first JCB plant operations apprenticeship. This is our mock live site. This is where we put everything that we teach in the classroom into practice, and that is so important for us as we are industry-led. Our students can practice everything, from drainage to foundations, to block paving, to bricklaying, to utilities detection, to plant training, and much more. Our mock live site is very unique. The minute our students come through those gates, they have to wear full PPE, and they are in a full live site situation. Not enough people know what goes on the construction site, and it's so exciting. And this is why we invite schools and people to visit to see what we actually do on a day-to-day basis. And here they can do it in a safe, controlled environment where we can show them what goes on the live site, and they know they'll be safe. Job was as a waitress in our family pub at the age of 14. So to pay my way through uni, I actually worked in a bag factory when I was 18, 19, and I sprayed logos of big companies on safety landing bags in a huge factory up in Gloucester. Once I realised I didn't want to be a barrister, I went to work as a trainee lawyer at Harrison Clark Rickabees. Once I returned to work after my daughters, I actually worked for a Tier 1 contractor, Kia Group. I was their regional land and business development manager and built up a development region in South Wales. For me and us at AccXel, it's really important to engage with women who've recently had families or are looking to career transition or career change, because there are so many opportunities, and although women can have it all, sometimes it can't all be at the same time. And because we know that and we've lived it and breathed it, we welcome people to our school that want that career change and need to have something more. What do I love about my job? I love everything. It's exciting, it's scary, it's really fast moving, it's fast paced. The strategy plans that we have, the growth plans that we have, it's very full on, but it's how we like it and how we strive forwards. One thing I don't love about my job is waking up at 3 a.m. in the morning and going through my to-do list in my head about what I have to do when I get in the office. Working with my sister, that's got to be up there definitely. It's absolutely amazing. I can work with her and my mum and dad, not just bring this to life but grow this. We have lots of really, really proud moments at AccXel, and the highs and lows are very, very extreme, but luckily we have more highs. So the visit from the Princess Royal that we had about 18 months back, that was absolutely wonderful. Opening AccXel, but not only that, it's growing to where we are now. We're not only an apprenticeship provider for level 2, but we're a higher education centre. My top tip would be to ask questions. My 13 and 15-year-olds, I'm telling them this all the time. You don't know what you don't know, and unless you find out that information, you cannot make informed decisions later in life. People won't know what they want to do at 16, 18, maybe 25, maybe 30, maybe 35. But the key is to keep asking questions, keep exploring, keep doing different things, and eventually you will find something that you really, really love.